Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir David, and today we're going to play a game called My Darling. A game where we're going to have a nice time with my darling and nothing else is going to happen. Nothing bad is going to happen, something bad is going to happen, and we're going to have a nice time. We're going to have a very scary time, and I'm going to be with my darling, and that's all. My sweet darling. We're just going to have a nice time. My name is Espoir. It's a good thing my husband's cooking me, or my boyfriend's cooking me some dinner, because I forgot to eat and I'm hungry. He is the best cook. Welcome home. This is my boyfriend, Takuya. Sweet Takuya. We've been together for 5 years, and we couldn't be more in love. Every day when I come home from work, he greets me with a radiant smile and rushes to prepare dinner. Aww. Everything about him puts me at ease. His presence, his sweet words, all of it. I couldn't live without him. Good evening, my darling. I see you're wearing the apron I got you. Oh, you noticed. Yes, I like it a lot. Good. Cool. I lean in close and whisper in his ear. It looks great on you. Don't tease me like that. He's absolutely adorable. Sorry. I couldn't help it. Anyway, let me take your things. He takes my bag and my jacket. Dinner will be ready soon, so just put your feet up in the living room for a bit, okay? That sounds wonderful. Just let me grab my phone real quick. I dig through my pockets, but I can't find it. Takuya studies me with a strange expression. I have no idea where I could have left it. Crap, I wanted to read the news. Don't worry about it. I actually went out and bought you today's paper. Paper? We don't read paper anymore. He pops into the living room and returns with the newspaper in hand. Here. Wow, thank you. You really think of everything, Takuya. Oh, you're welcome. I've noticed that you've started reading the news whenever you get home these days. I try to pay attention to that stuff. He's such a good boyfriend. How could this turn sour? So, from now on, every day I'll make sure to get you the newest issue. All these screens nowadays, they're poison to human relationships. The stress, the addiction, the isolation, those things can ruin a couple, you know? Yeah, I know. You've told me 1,000 times, love. It's why you got rid of the TV, and our computers, too. I'm sorry, what? Sorry, what? Sir, okay, you're sweet, but that's going a bit too far. That's going a bit too far. I'm not trying to nag you. It just seems like you'd maybe forgotten. We don't need those gadgets in our lives.
Bro, are you serious right now, bro?
Besides, the only person I really care about is you, Espoir. I don't need to worry about anyone else. You always butter me up when you're trying to change the subject. You're lucky that you're so charming, Taku. I said don't tease me. Alright, fine. Aw, you're even cute when you're mad. He pouts, and that cute boyish expression completely melts my heart. Fine, I'll behave. I'll go wait for you in the living room, okay? Do you need anything to drink? A lemonade would be lovely, thanks. I sit on the chair and start reading the newspaper. Cutting down on tech had been Takuya's idea. While it had been hard at first, I've grown used to it. I can't even remember the last time I used a computer. I just got so used to not having one around that I don't even miss it anymore. Says you. Then again, I forget a lot of things. It's probably because of my amnesia. What? Oh, you just casually, I have amnesia. Just casually. Darling, this is all starting to sound a little bit sus. When Takuya first told me, I was shocked. Something about hearing my boyfriend's voice telling me that all my memories were gone. It had felt as if the whole world were falling to pieces around me. Someone who can't remember their past can never understand themselves or even the people around them. Like Takuya. I don't remember how we met or where we went on our first date. The years we've spent as a couple might as well not exist from my perspective. To me, our history is just one big black mark, blotting out all of the details that make up our love. It saddens me to think how Takuya must feel, knowing all those precious memories are washed away. Sus! Sometimes I'm so stressed that I just burst into tears for no apparent reason. Whenever that happens, Takuya takes me into his arms and strokes my hair gently. He tells me that he loves me, even with my condition. He says he'll never abandon me or let me go. Sometimes he says it over and over, as if trying to carve those words into my failing memory. His sheer dedication sometimes leaves me speechless. I can't believe how lucky I am to have him. Still, there's this nagging feeling deep down, a certain je ne sais quoi that passes through my heart whenever I see his face. I can't tell him about it, though. He'd be heartbroken. Here you go. Takuya enters the living room, holding a glass of lemonade. He sets it gently down on the coffee table. I found some straws, so I put one in for you. It looks cute, right? It's even your favorite color. Takuya. I tug on his apron, pulling him down to kiss him. Thank you so much for staying with me. Espoir. I can feel myself tearing up, so I bury my face in his chest. I don't want him to see me crying. He embraces me, and we stay like that for a moment. I'm sorry I'm always like this. Don't say that. Honestly, sometimes I wish we never had to spend a moment apart, but I also need you to be happy, love. If you're ever feeling sad or hurt, I want you to feel like you can open up to me. He squeezes me harder, and I feel his heart beat fast. Finally, he moves his face away and kisses me in turn. I need to go check on the food for a bit. Just stay here and relax, okay? You don't need to worry about anything right now. This is all really sus. At 7 p.m., we eat. Takuya made... nikujaga? My mouth is watering. An amazing beef and potato stew. Even the smell is intoxicating. It smells so good. Just wait until you taste it, love. Takuya grabs my spoon, scooping up a delicate morsel from my bowl. He blows on it gently, then positions the spoon in front of my face. Oh, you. I lean forward a little and take the bite. Instantly, I'm overwhelmed by the stew's rich, warming flavor. Oh, great, now I'm hungry. Delicious. Really? I'm happy. We both start eating. You really have a gift for cooking. Well, I'd like to cook for you, working hard to create the right flavors, imagining the look on your face when you get to taste it. It makes me want to put everything I have into these meals. Well, that sounds like I'm set for life. Takuya smiles as he watches me finish my food. Just be sure not to leave any leftovers. If you do, I'll be sad. Takuya, you better not have put anything weird in this stew. You're underestimating just how much I can eat, you know. By the time I'm done, the bowl is practically spotless. That was amazing, Takuya. Thank you so much for making this. Takuya smiles at me warmly, his eyes shining with affection. I'm lucky to have a boyfriend who takes such good care of me. Anyone who wouldn't would be a pretty bad boyfriend, if you ask me. You're supposed to look after the person you love. I know, but it's almost too good to be true sometimes. Do you not like how I treat you? That's not what I meant. My voice trails off as I notice his crestfallen expression. Espoir. Yes? Do you really love me? Of course I love you. Of course. Of course I love you. Why on earth would you think I don't? I'm just worried that this won't last forever. Because of my amnesia? Yes. What if one day you wake up and don't even recognize me? I could never forget you, Takuya. You're too important to me. I put my hand on his. Thank you. Takuya gets to his feet and starts collecting the plates. I'll clean up. I didn't have time to prepare dessert, but let me see what I can whip up. Or maybe we could go upstairs and share another kind of treat. Don't just stand there staring. Come on, I'll help you clean up. Okay. He heads into the kitchen. I clear the table and get ready to follow him. But suddenly... Everything's so wibbly wobbly. I stumble and catch myself against the edge of the table. I feel so dizzy. My head is spinning right now. What's wrong with me? Am I sick or... I need to wake myself up. Maybe I should go to the bathroom and splash some water on my face. I take the stairs one step at a time, clinging to the banister. As I reach the second floor, my limbs feel so heavy that I can barely even move. Come on, just a little effort. I feebly push at the bathroom door. That's a big tub. I half collapse against the sink. Once the water starts to flow, I scoop small shaky handfuls and splash them against my skin. Where is my boyfriend? I'm freaking out here. Where is he? Did he not hear me stumble up the stairs? Sir? When I look up at the mirror, I see the face of a ghost. I look terrible right now. Just where did this even come from? I was fine just a few minutes ago. You better not have put anything weird in that soup, Takuya. A thick, sour odor cuts through my thoughts, a smell so bad that it's almost sobering. Usually I can't smell it when I'm in the bathroom. Takuya says it's got something to do with the plumbing, and that he'll fix it when he can. I really hope that when he can is sooner rather than later. This smell is making me nauseous. I reach behind me to grab a nearby towel, but I end up knocking it into the bathtub. Oh man! I sigh and lean forward, placing a hand against the wall. Suddenly, somehow, it shakes beneath my touch. There's a loud thud, like something struck the wall below, and before I can pull away, the plaster buckles inwards. What? I stare, open-mouthed, at the huge hole that's appeared in our bathroom wall. Oh no, it's Silent Hill the Room! I can't do this again! What did I do? I peer closer. It looks like this hole has been here for a while, and that whoever lived here before us had rushed to patch it up. Now that I'm looking more closely, I can even tell that the paint around the hole is a different shade of yellow than the rest of the wall. How has neither of us noticed that? I need to tell Takuya about this right away. But how did the wall even get damaged like that? I stop in my tracks, turning to look at the hole. Moments later, I brace my hands against the wall and lean forward to look inside. At first, I don't see anything. That strange, sickeningly sweet odor is even stronger than it was outside. This must be where the problem is. I can even hear the pipes buzzing metallically. Please tell me there's not a body in there. Why? Why? Please, please, please. As my eyes adjust to the light, I can just about make out their silhouettes, and then I see what else is in here. Oh! Deeper in the darkness, I see the outline of a person. There are arms, legs, head, and torso, but none of them are in the right places. I recognize a human figure, inanimate. A corpse. Ah! That is an accurate reaction. I recoil, tripping over my own feet. Takuya. We need to talk. We need to talk, honey. Why is there a dead body in the bathroom wall? My vision goes black, and the last thing I hear are footsteps. Taki, baby, honey, sweetheart, angel, darling. Why? I wake up with a jolt. A nightmare? I rub my eyes. I'm sitting in our bed, my cold, clammy body covered with sweat. What time is it? Where is Takuya? With some difficulty, I drag myself out of bed. Right now, the only thing I care about is finding Takuya. I take a deep breath and step into the hallway. Ah! I almost crash right into Takuya. Takuya? Takuya takes my shoulders, gently pushing me back into the bedroom. Okay. You're already feeling better? I think so. What happened to me? Well, after you offered to help clean up, when I came to check on you, you were passed out on the sofa. I figured you must have been exhausted, so I carried you up here. But I will admit you look a lot better now. I'm glad. Takuya, I had a terrible nightmare. I was in the bathroom and that awful smell had come back. The wall melted and there was this body, all cut up. Espoir, there's nothing wrong with the bathroom. You're just exhausted from work is all. But tears began to flow on my cheeks. Takuya, what's wrong with me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I feel like the gas lights are getting really low. Takuya pulls me into a hug, crushing me against his chest. I'm crazy, aren't I? No, you're not crazy, love. Just try to calm down, please. Everything will be all right, I promise. His words ring hollow in my ears. Listen, you need more sleep. If you lie down and wait for me, I'll be right back to hold you once I've done the dishes. Aww. But sus. I raise my eyes, surprised. You're worried about the dishes right now? A messy house causes messy thoughts. I need to make sure you don't have anything that could distract or upset you. Nothing he's saying makes sense. Please don't leave me alone, Takuya. Don't make a scene. He's being unusually strict about this. I pull away, and a heavy silence settles between us. Don't be so down, love. I even brought you something to help you relax. I don't want it. He looks at me, surprised. Take your medicine, sweetie. You know you need it. Medicine? Is this like Repo Man, the genetic opera? Where you gotta take your medicine, but the medicine's making you sick? I said no. Darn it, Espoir. What? Why are you shouting at me like that? Takuya doesn't respond. Fine. If you don't want to listen to me, go ahead. He leaves the room. Ta. All right. I'm still shocked by his behavior. He's never been this aggressive with me before. Has he? I hear a soft click. I scramble towards the door to try and open it. What? It's locked. Oh, you. Takuya? No answer. There's no way he'd do that. I bang my fist against the door, but he still doesn't answer. Why is he acting like this all of a sudden? Did I do something wrong? I need to get out of here and talk to him. I go to the desk and start opening the drawers. Even with my amnesia, there are certain things that are so deeply ingrained in me, it's like muscle memory. Riding my bike, tying my shoelaces, picking a lock. Even though I couldn't remember when or how I'd learned those things, I could still do them instinctively. Now what can I use as a lockpick? A calculator, a hairpin, silly. That's exactly what I needed. I unbend the hairpin and slip it into the lock. After a while, I hear the tumblers click. It worked. What's a calculator gonna do? I quietly open the door and go out into the hallway. Cool. I'm not sure what I'll say to Takuya, but I know we need to talk. There's a strange, rhythmic sound coming from downstairs. That's right. He said he was doing the dishes. I glance towards the bathroom door. There's no way I'm going back in there. I make my way downstairs. The sooner I can ask Takuya what's going on, the better. I pause on the bottom step for a moment. I can hear the sound more clearly now, although it doesn't sound like someone washing dishes. What on earth is he doing? I know he mentioned something about dessert, but it almost sounds like he's chopping up vegetables? This doesn't make any sense. I start to head towards the kitchen, but my body freezes mid-step. Takuya was so angry earlier. Should I really be bothering him? What am I thinking? He locked me up in our bedroom. No matter how he's feeling, he needs to apologize. My sudden indignation propels me forwards. I pull the door open as hard as I can. Listen, you! Takuya, you'd better have a good... My voice dies in my throat. His clothes are drenched with blood. And he's holding a kitchen knife. Takuya darts towards me. Espoir, I told you to stay upstairs. You need to get out of here, now! But it's already too late. I can see what's laying on the cutting board. An arm. I shove Takuya away from me, choking down the bile in my throat. Why though? Why though? Why? The entire kitchen is awash in the thick metallic stench of blood. The room that my boyfriend always cleans so diligently is stained with human wreckage. My goodness. My golly good greatness. Several large, oddly bulging garbage bags are strewn across the hardwood floor. What the heck is this? What did you do? Please don't freak out. I can explain everything. Just give me a chance. Takuya, you got some splaining to do. Before you lost your memories, you had a stalker. He was a disgusting human being, but you were too nice to really stand up to him. He had a bald head and blue eyes, and so I decided to step in and take care of things. His fingers tightened around the knife's handle as he spat those last few words. But now it's okay. I fixed it. For you. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I feel like I've woken up inside some awful horror movie. But it's really happening. My sweet, loving boyfriend is standing right there, smiling that same boyish smile, even when there's blood drying on his cheek. You murdered someone? I had to. What are you, psychotic? My whole body is shaking. I feel hot and cold and numb all over. I can't even move. Takuya's eyes darken. Don't call me that. It's hurtful. I did what I do for your sake. You know that. I stagger backwards, still shaking. Why is the music bumping? Why is boss music playing? Uh-oh. Wait, hold on a second. Let me just save. Adrenaline surges through my veins, and before I know it, I'm sprinting towards the front door. All I can think of is getting away. I hear footsteps thundering behind me, and I dive into the nearest doorway to avoid being tackled. I regret it instantly. The living room has one exit, and it's the one I just came in through. I dash to the other side of the coffee table, hoping I can use it to keep some distance between Takuya and I. Espoir, come here. No, stop! Don't take another step towards me, you hear? He doesn't even react. With his height, it barely takes 2 strides for him to reach me. I duck away and charge back into the hallway. I dash towards the door, my legs moving as fast as they can. Oh no! But a large hand clamps down on my arm. Ah! Just where do you think you're going, huh? The look on his face is terrifying. He yanks me towards him, but I manage to wriggle out of his grasp and dart up the staircase. Where will I go? Bedroom, bathroom? Was there something useful in the bedroom? In the bedroom. Maybe I can lock the door. The bedroom seems like the safest place to hide. Shoot, where should I hide? Under the bed, in the closet? Maybe in the closet. I climb into the closet and close the doors behind me. He's gonna find you in there. Is there something we can use in here? There's gotta be something we can grab. Come on now. I can still barely make out the sound of Takuya's footsteps. He stops by the bedroom door and enters. My heart is pounding in my chest. I bite down on my fist to try and muffle my breathing. The sound of his footsteps comes to a stop. I guess he must be trying to decide where to look first. Suddenly, I hear him approach the closet, and before I can react, the doors are flung open. Oh, there you are. I try to scream, but his hand covers my mouth. His strong arms scoop me up like a small child. With his insane strength, it doesn't take long for Takuya to drag me downstairs, kicking and screaming. He holds me down, binding my arms and legs with a thin length of rope. Hey! I try to call for help, to ask him why he's doing all this, but he just wads up a few tissues and shoves them deep into my mouth. Rude! As I lie on the floor, I watch the man I once called my boyfriend putting various objects into a crumpled cardboard box, the personal effects of his victim, I guess. Takuya stops and looks at me. Sorry if I roughed you up a bit back there. I needed to make sure you couldn't wander off. I think once we've had a nice, long heart-to-heart, you'll feel much better about this whole misunderstanding. He returns to his task, closing up the box once he's finished. He walks back over to me. I'm starting to hyperventilate with fear. You must be furious at me right now. I can see it in your eyes, you know. If we could only go back to this morning. Everything was perfect then, don't you think? We were both so happy. He was right, but how could that sweet, kind man be the same person I'm looking at right now? This filthy piece of human trash just had to go and ruin everything. Just who is that man? The one whose blood is soaking into our carpet? What happened to me before today, and why couldn't I remember it? Even as a corpse, he's ruining our lives. I guess I just have to keep going until there's nothing left of him. I'm sorry you had to see this, love. It must be so upsetting for someone as kind and beautiful as you. But don't worry, I'll make sure it never happens again. After all, you're my soulmate, Espoir, the person who means more to me than anything. Love, there isn't a single thing in this world that I wouldn't do to make you happy. Me just tied up and gagged on the floor. Well, Sugar Muffin, you could start by, not tying me up. He moves closer, brushing my hair out of my face. With gentle, painstaking care, he pulls the ball of tissue out of my mouth. I love you so much. He leans in to kiss me. I don't know you. What? He takes a step back. You're not my boyfriend. You're some kind of sick kidnapper. What are you saying? You're looking at me like... Oh, no. Oh, no. Like you're sober, sweetie. Don't tell me your morning medicine's wearing off this fast. If I up the dosage much more, well... Takuya's face is unrecognizable. Oh, no. His soft, gentle smile has been replaced with a deranged smirk. You're twisted, you a-hole. You butt. You big booty butt. Head. Oh, you can call me as many nasty little things as you'd like, dear. After all, that's how you used to talk to me, right? Yeah, that's true. Even as muddy as my thoughts are right now, I can still pick out small fragments of memories that are rising to the surface. Oh. In my mind, I see a man whose strong, comforting arms are wrapped around me, but it is not Takuya. More memories begin to emerge. The first time we met at a small cafe on a cold afternoon, the last time we went to the beach together, laughing as we chased each other across the sand. Slowly, his face comes into focus, and I remember what he looked like. And he's the one getting chopped up, isn't he? Specifically, I remember what he looked like when I found his body in that hole. A rotting, sunken face, covered with thick, jagged gashes, maggots wriggling into every rotting wound. Oh, God. Seiji! No! When I come back to my senses, my cheeks are soaked with hot, salty tears. Takuya is still watching me. How could you? You butthead! You took him from me. You ruined my life. Oh, don't be silly. He was the one who was making you miserable. I saw it. Besides, once he was gone, you were happier with me. I know you're not thinking straight right now, but deep down you know that I helped you. You killed my boyfriend! Don't call him that. He didn't deserve you. Don't you remember, love? A boyfriend who doesn't treat you right isn't really a boyfriend at all. He's just a worthless creep. You killed Saiji. Saiji. You killed Saiji, and then you tricked me into thinking I had amnesia. I knew it. I knew he was sus. Well, it wasn't entirely a trick. I had to do something to make sure you wouldn't get hung up on those unfortunate details. And that's why we don't use computers around here, because you don't want me looking at the news or anything about missing people. So I bought some medicine, very expensive medicine, but it was worth it. Watching you wolf down my cooking, thinking about all those wonderful little chemicals surging through your veins, even now it makes me shiver to think about it. Heck, you were so doped up, you even thought those random blackouts were just the time you spent at work, as if I'd ever let you waste your time with something like that. Oh? I can see you're still upset, but don't worry. We can go back to the way things were. You just need to accept it. Go fluff yourself, you butthole. Actually, she probably said it more like, go fluff yourself, you butthole. I told you not to talk to me like that. What you gonna do about it? Oh wait, I'm still tied up. What you gonna do about it? I'm starting to think that you might need a little more sleep, love. Don't worry, I'll hold you while we're in bed. I grit my teeth, my whole body shaking with rage. You're gonna regret this, you crazy... Shh, the only thing that's crazy here is how much I love you, sweetie. And I'm never letting you go. You know why? Because you love me just as much. You even said so at dinner. What? Espoir, of course I love you. Why on earth would you... Oh yeah, I guess I did. I guess I gotta go back and change that. But the man I'd said I love you to isn't the sadistic monster standing in front of me. I could never love someone like you. Yeah, what you did, honey, what you did, sweetheart, that was not cash money. That was not cash money. You liar. You think you can play with my feelings like that? This is gonna stop right now. If you're not gonna listen, I'll make you love me. I'll make you stay with me for the rest of your life. Which might not be very long. That's it. I know how to fix this. To fix you. No more drugs. No more rope. No more getting your memories back. We wouldn't have to worry anymore about any of this. I don't like where this is going. He grabs a kitchen knife from the table. Why didn't I see it sooner? It's so obvious. And so perfect, just like us. Think about it. When we make love, our bodies are connected, right? Oh no. But eventually, we have to break apart. But that's just boning, isn't it? There are ways that our bodies and our souls could be intertwined forever. I really don't like where this is going. I don't know exactly where this is going, but wherever it's going, it better not be. What are you saying? I'm saying that I need you inside me, really inside me, right here. If I eat you, your flesh would unite with mine, every cell in your body being absorbed into me. We'd finally be one with each other. No, I'm gonna opt out. I'm gonna opt out of that. No thank you, sir. No thank you, sir. Even just thinking about it, I've never felt so happy. Now, you see, the problem with your logic is, if your digestive system, if I'm going in there, you're eventually going to have to excrete me out. No, don't do that. It's absolutely perfect. And you'll feel so good being a part of me. You'll have all the love you'd ever need. No, stop, get away from me, please. I'm begging you, Takuya, don't. I'm so glad I left room for dessert. Aren't you, love? Hey now. I don't like where that knife is going. Bad ending. That was fun. What a butthead. What a booty butthead. Alright. So I got 8. Lovely. You're still gonna poop me out. How do you like that? Originally, I thought he was gonna, like, sew my arm onto his body or something crazy like that. Or, like, I don't know, keep my head in a jar. Something creative. No, just eat me, I guess. Alright, fine then. You really can't tell? Let's see if that makes any difference. You really can't tell how I feel? I'm just worried that this won't last forever. Because of my amnesia? Yes, what if one day you wake up and don't even recognize me? I could never forget you, Takuya. You're too important to me. What's a pen gonna do? No, not that. What's a calculator gonna do? How is that going to help me? Oh, alright. What happens if we go to the bathroom? The bathroom seems like my best bet right now. Not really. As soon as I enter, that supposedly imaginary hole is staring at me. Except now it's much bigger. I knew I wasn't dreaming. The thundering of Takuya's footsteps snaps me back to my senses. I grab a hairdryer off the shelf and huddle against the wall. That's a good idea. Outside, I hear Takuya opening the bedroom door. Oh, he goes for the bedroom first. My heart hammers in my chest, and I cover my mouth to muffle my shaky sobs. After a few moments, I hear the bedroom door reopen, and Takuya's footsteps move closer. He's headed straight for the bathroom now. My body stiffens. I didn't lock the door. Ah! I lunge towards the handle, but before I can do anything, the door swings open, knocking me back. Ow! Takuya enters. Being on the other side of the door, Takuya doesn't see me right away. Without hesitating, I throw myself towards him and bring the dryer down on his head. Wha-pow! Sir? Ah! I'm already bolting back towards the stairs. Something clamps around my ankle and I fall. Oh no! The thick carpet does nothing to soften the impact as I slam onto the floor. What? I turn around. Espoir? Takuya is lying a few feet away, his fingers digging into my leg like the teeth of a bear trap. Ow! He looks at me like a wounded dog, his chocolate-covered eyes wide with betrayal. You hit me. Yeah. Want to see me do it again? With his insane strength, it doesn't take long for Takuya to drag me downstairs, kicking and screaming. Do you remember at dinner when I asked you if you loved me? You answered my question with a question of your own. You asked if I doubted your feelings. You never did give me an answer, and now I want to hear it. Let me just save right now. Espoir, despite all these misunderstandings, do you still love me? No! No! Being honest, no. Forget you and the horse you rode in on, guy. How dare you? How dare you give me the drugs? I am drug-free. How dare you? Mr. T would be disappointed. No, I do not. Get out of here. Get out. Despite the overwhelming terror, I meet his glassy, off-kilter gaze. I don't love you. I never loved you. The man I loved is dead, and even though he's gone, I'll never be yours. Stop talking about him. He grabs the knife on the table and walks towards me. Shaking with anger, he plunges it into the floor in front of me, the blade grazing against my bonds. Takuya drops to the floor, and tracing the blade along my thigh, his breathing ragged and irregular. That butthead is gone. I stabbed him 100 times. He's lying in a million little pieces in bags. He's nothing but meat now, so why won't you... As he screams tearfully into my face, I kick out against the damaged rope around my legs. My foot slams into his face. Wha-pow! Ah! Take that, sir! Quick, Espoir, teabag him on the way out. Takuya falls backwards, dropping the knife. I barely catch it between my fingertips and work quickly to cut myself free. Yeah! From the corner of my eye, I see Takuya rising to his feet. I scramble towards the box of Seiji's things, grab the keys, and run. My hands shake so much that I can barely get the key into the lock. As soon as I hear the lock click, I throw the door open and run out into the street. I stumble several times, but manage to keep running. I'm panting, my breath burning in my lungs. As I emerge into the neighborhood, the streets are completely empty. Suddenly, something firmly grabs my arm. How fast are you, sir? I try to scream, but all that comes out is a weak moan. Espoir, is that you? I recognize a familiar voice. When I turn around, I see one of my neighbors, a tall woman with a large dog sitting at her side. Where have you been, honey? Nobody's seen you in months. Ooh. Did you move or something? Lately I've seen this young man coming and going as if, not now, we need to move, he's coming. Suddenly the dog begins to growl. Nothing better happened to that dog. What's wrong, boy? A little ways off, a tall shadow detaches itself from the darkness of a high brick wall. I recognize him immediately. He's coming towards us. The dim glow of the streetlights glints off the edge of a kitchen knife. Don't you hurt my neighbor or my neighbor's dog. The heck is wrong with this guy? I'm too scared to speak or even move. Oh no. No! Takuya studies the two of us with a cold, detached smirk. Stay back or my dog will make you regret it. Come on, Espoir. Let's get you back inside. You'll catch your death out here. I'm not coming with you, you murderer. I'm warning you now, kid. If you try any funny business, it's not going to go well for you. You really hate me, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. There's not a drop of love left in them. Ah, the poor murderer is crying. Why can't you love me? All I've ever wanted is to give you everything. I worked so hard for you. How could I ever love someone who destroyed my life just so they could trap me in some dollhouse and drug me half to death? I wanted to build you a better life. It's all I could think about ever since the first day I saw you. You were crying on a bench, looking so scared and so alone. Every tear I saw you shed felt like a shard of broken glass being stabbed into my heart. Poetic, but yeah, you still killed my boyfriend. So, get out. I knew I could make you happy, love. Take you away from all that stress, that pain, that loneliness. And I still know it, Espoir. Just take my hand. I'll walk you back home, and we'll find a way to put the pieces back together again. Please? It's over, Takuya. There's no way we can ever be together again. Takuya opens his mouth to speak, but the shriek of police sirens cuts through the air. Yeah! Yeah! Takuya's eyes dart in their direction, then back at me. With one last panicked glance at me, he tears off into the night, running as fast as he can. The woman's dog bolts after him, but she grips the leash tightly, enough to keep him still. Barely. And then the police arrive. Oh, they get him? Did they get him? Oh, finally, one of these yanderes gets arrested. It's been almost a year since that whole incident took place. It feels strange looking back on those days. I moved as far as I could and decided to start over. The horrible events I endured, they're all in the past now, but still, I can never forget him. I heard he was arrested a little while back. It doesn't comfort me as much as it should, though. Even if the real Takuya is locked up somewhere, the memories of him will always haunt me. He lives inside my head, a permanent part of my being. A few days ago, I received a letter in the mail. There was no name and no return address. All that was written on there was this. The only thing my heart desires is for you to forgive me, Espoir. Beautiful, but I still don't forgive you. Get out. Ooh, true ending. Past love. Yeah. The true ending is that he got put in the slammer. Hold on a second. What if I do lie to him? Ugh. Yes, Takuya, I love you. This is totally not a lie. I'm totally not lying through my teeth. I love you, dude. You know, you've drugged me up, kidnapped me for several months, killed my boyfriend. Yeah, why wouldn't I love you? Really? Oh gosh, I'm so happy to hear you say that. You have no idea how scared I was. Still, I think we've got some issues we need to work on. I mean, you hit me, sweetie. That's wrong. I'd never hit you.
Are you serious?
Listen, Peachy Pie, you drugged me. I think we're kind of even at this point. Don't get me wrong. I'm thrilled that you're finally accepting how right we are for each other. But if you're gonna hurt me every time you're upset, well, that's no good, love. That's it. What? I know how to fix this. To fix you. What? No more drugs, no more rope, no more getting your memories back. What? Hold on a second. Oh no, I got eaten. Well, that was My Darling, and that's one of the most satisfying endings I've seen in a visual novel. You're going to jail. That was fun. That was short, sweet, and rest in peace, Saeiji. F's in the chat for Saeiji. He didn't deserve that. Well, anyway, I'm going to go eat because I am still hungry. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself. Have a great night. And remember, there is always hope.